exercise pranayama. Interlace, alternate your fingers, and glue your knuckles to chin. Thumbs are pressed against your throat. Exhale to prepare, and then begin inhaling for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lungs full. Exhale, gently guide your head back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Lungs empty. Inhale, chin down. Focus on your own eyes. Lift your elbows, stretch up through your spine, chest, and head. Exhale, spine straight, lift your chest. Gently guide your head back, palms together, forearms, elbows touch, lungs empty. Inhale, part your elbows right away. You're stretching your elbows up and back. So you're opening your ribcage, allowing your lungs to fully expand. Exhale. So increasing the capacity of your lungs here. And as you squeeze from your belly to empty your lungs, you increase the strength in your diaphragm. Inhale, deeper breath. So each breath a little deeper, fuller, stronger. Suck your belly and try to take one more sip of air. Exhale, keep your spine straight. Draw your tailbone down as you stretch up. Press your heels down. Stretch your elbows forward to touch. Inhale, 2 more. Try to make these last 2 breaths even deeper. Keep inhaling, shoulders down, stretch up. Exhale. Slowly guide your head back, look towards the wall behind you. So feeling a subtle stretch in your throat as you relax the muscles in your neck. Inhale, last one. Make this the deepest breath yet. Keep inhaling, lungs totally full, belly tight. Exhale, spine straight, eyes open, mouth open, palms together, forearms, elbows touch, lungs empty. And then relax your arms to your side. Bring your focus, your awareness to yourself. And then we'll move into our first Sunday salutation. So starting with your toes and your heels touching. Oh, and I should have mentioned this earlier, but do you have a block or a water bottle nearby today? Because we are going to have the option of moving into a balancing happen. So if it's just a water bottle in front of your back, can work just as well. So starting with our Sun A, inhale, mountain pose. Gaze is up at your thumbs with your palms pressed. If there's any sensitivity in your neck, keep your chin down. Any shoulder sensitivity, open your hand shoulder width. Relax your shoulders down in the sockets as you lift your chest. Engage through your abdominals, stretch up out of your waist. Strengthen through your low body. Press down toward your feet. Inhale, lift your chest, stretch up out of your waist. Exhale, gentle back bend. Cactus your arms. Relax your shoulders, relax your neck. Now lift up out of your waist, so staying out of your low spine. Lift your chest, even extension through your spine. Look back, exhale, go back. Inhale, mountain pose. Come back through center, then engage through your abdominals. Root down through your feet as you stretch up out of your waist. Exhale, forward fold. Swan dive, hands to our center. Touch your fingertips to the floor. And if this is a lot in your hamstrings, bend your knees a little or a lot. If you want to open your feet a little wider, it's fine as well. And then we'll just ragdoll a little bit here. So grab your opposite elbows and allow your upper body to really drape heavily across your legs. You can even drape a deep bend to the knees so your thighs and your chest are touching. Let your neck relax. Maybe wiggle your head a little bit, maybe rock side to side, feeling the release in your hamstrings as well as your low spine. You separated your feet, bring them back together, release your grip. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands to shins or your thighs. Your gaze is about a few feet in front of your toes. So keep your neck long. You're not looking down or forward, but long through your neck. Crown of your head reaching away from your tailbone. Strong through your low body. Exhale, crouch and curl. Lift your heels. Tuck your chin around your spine for a case. You can use your hands to balance or press into the floor to get a little rounder. If you want to challenge your balance, you can wrap your elbows around your shins. Make yourself into a tight little ball. Moving through that, breath to movement. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, mountain pose, belly tight. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long tabletop spine. Exhale, crouch and curl. Inhale, mountain pose. Starting to warm up a little with your breath. Exhale, gentle back bend. So using this Ujjayi breathing, inhale, mountain pose. A very audible breath, sounds like waves crashing. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Engage your abdominals. Exhale, crouch and curl. Inhale, mountain pose. So again, audible breath, a slight constriction in your throat. Exhale, gentle back bend. So you're using your breath to warm up inside out. Inhale, mountain pose. So warming up with the breath. Exhale, forward fold. You're also warming up your spine, moving it in all directions. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. Inhale, mountain pose. Deep, full inhale breath, lungs full at the fullest expression. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, mountain pose, belly tight. Exhale, forward fold. Ride the weight of your breath, lungs empty here at the bottom, fullest expression. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. Inhale, mountain pose. Now coming to a steeple break, so interlace your fingers, release your index fingers, thumbs crossed. Chin up, chest up, stretch up out of your waist, and now push your hips to the left, stretch up and over to the right. For just one long, slow exhale, you're sliding your hips towards the left. Inhale back through center, stretch up and now hips to your right, stretch up and over to the left side. So now working lateral flexion, stretching down the right side body. Inhale through center. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, mountain pose, belly tight. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, long spine. Exhale, crouch and curl. Inhale, mountain pose. Now moving into your half moon series. So coming back to your steeple break. Chin down, look forward out in front of you. Inhale, stretch up to the ceiling, and then push your hips to the left, stretch up and over to the right. Find your first point of resistance. Make sure breath is calm in and out of your nose. Make sure your arms and your legs are active. So draw your tailbone down, tighten your thighs and your glutes, and push your hips to the left. Engage your abdominals, lift your chest, active arms, reach towards the right. Creating a tremendous stretch down the left side body. Chest lifted so you're evenly compressing the right side body. This will benefit your kidneys, your liver, and your spleen. Right shoulder forward, open your chest. Left hip forward, hips in one line. Chin up and arms back. Moving deeper, exhale, push your hips to the left. Inhale, come back through center. Chin up, chest up, stretch up out of your waist. Now hold that length and just start to push your hips to the right. Now, as you push your hips, your upper body starts to come down, but make sure you're not collapsing into the left side body. So engage your abdominals, lift your chest up off your waist, create a little bit more length in your left side waistline. On this side, bring your left shoulder forward and your right hip forward so that you're not twisting out of your stretch. Notice where your weight is on your feet. Try to plug your big toe ball mounds into the mat. Press your heels down. Tighten your thighs, push your hips to the right. Lift your chest, active arms, reach towards the left. Inhale, come back through center. Lift your chest, stretch up out of your waist. Exhale, relax your head all the way back. Maybe wiggle your head a few times. Relax those muscles. If it helps you, maybe even open your hands up shoulder width. Relax your shoulders down and relax your neck. Strengthen through your low body. Lift through your chest, and as you look back, start to reach back. Press your stomach, hips, and thighs forward. Keep shifting more weight to your heels. Lift your chest. You want an even full extension in your spine. Look back, chin back, arms back. Inhale, come back through center. Stretch up, hip length, belly tight, and then stretch forward for your spine. Bend your knees around your spine if you need to, so you can touch your fingertips to the floor. And then bend your knees like you're marching in place. So loosening up through your hips, your knees, your ankles, your low spine. You can wiggle your head, yes and no. Maybe take another country curl if that feels good in your spine. And then moving into Padangusthasana against the feet pose. Grab your heels from back to front. So stepping onto all 5 fingers of each hand. Your little pinky fingers should now touch side by side. Work your elbows way back behind your legs. Throughout your posture, you're wrapping your forearms behind your calf muscles. Start to pull up on your heels. Lift your hips up towards the ceiling and pull to stretch your body down towards the floor. Stomach to thighs, chest on your knees. Press your face into your legs below your knees. Now again, check in with your arms. Keep working your elbows back behind your legs. If you need to bend your knees a little deeper to get your elbows back, that's okay, because it's a front side compression first. And then when your elbows are bent, you can use more biceps to pull, creating that stretch from coccyx to heels, coccyx to the base of your skull stretching. Lift your hips, roll forward, pull the top of your head down towards your feet. Now bring your arms out and your biceps with your ears. Come out the opposite way when in belly tight, and now stretch forward. Keep inhaling all the way up. Exhale and just float your arms to your side. Moving into our awkward series. Toe heel your feet out, so you have your feet about hip width distance. If you look down, your feet should look like a number 11, and then arms up in front of you. Hands shoulder height, shoulder width. Engage your abdominal muscles. Exhale, push your hips way back and sit down into a low chair. Try to get your thighs parallel to the floor. Now take a peek down. You should see your toes in front of your knees. And if your toes open, close them a little bit. You want to keep a 6-inch gap between toes, heels, knees, and hands to align your skeletal system. Lift your chest, arch your upper body back. A little different today. Start to reach your arms up towards the ceiling. Maybe lift your gaze a little if your neck allows. Relax your shoulders down in the socket. Lift your chest, and as you exhale, sit your hips low. Inhale, come up. Nice, baby. Hands shoulder height, shoulder width. And now come up to your tippy toes. All the way up, like you're wearing your Christian Louboutins. Stretch your spine up towards the ceiling, and then bend your knees and sit down on the tops of your toes. Keep your spine straight and your heels lifted. Lift your knees up. Chest up, chin up, spine straight. Try to sit right back into that chair and then lift your knees higher with your heels. Inhale, come up. Relax down on your heels. Now, third part, lift your heels about 1 inch or 2 and squeeze your knees. So a lot of engagement in your inner thighs. Knees squeezing, super glued together. Slowly sit down. Keeping your spine straight all the way down. Imagine you're leaning against the wall and you're sliding all the way down the wall until your hips are hovering above your knees. Knees down and forward, continuously stretch out traction in your spine. Squeeze your inner thighs and slowly push up. Knees together all the way to the top. Open your knees, heels down, arms down, and right foot to your left foot. Garudasana is next, and then moving into another flow. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, right arm into your left. Cross at your elbows again to your wrist. Thumbs are towards you. Pull your elbows down for that even stretch of the whole shoulders, and then sit your hips down. So you're just here in this low chair. Lift your right leg high over your left. Twist your legs. Try to wrap your foot under your calf muscle, and if it doesn't go, you can use it like a little kickstand. If your foot is wrapped, or whether it is or not, squeeze your legs tightly together and bring them towards your midline. Keep your abdominals engaged, lift your chest. Shift a little bit more weight to your heel, hips back, sit low, chest up. Now keep your point of focus one spot in front of you, eagle arm airplane pose. Inhale, straighten your left leg, bring your right body down and your right leg up. So your whole body is parallel to the floor. You're like a teeter-totter. Point your toes down to help you bring your right hip down, line with your left. Keep your belly tight, keep your point of focus. Moving into warrior 3 or balancing stick. So biceps with your ears, palms can be together or apart. Start to point your toes, stretch your leg back, stretch your arms for the traction of your spine. And then moving into Devasana airplane pose. Sweep your arms back. Feel more opening across your rib cage, your collarbone. Inhale, come up, mountain pose. Exhale, left arm under the right. Pull your elbows down, try to get your fingertips below your nose, and then sit down into your chair. Lift your left leg high over your right. The higher you lift your left leg and the more you bend your right knee, the easier it is to wrap your foot over time. Squeeze everything tightly together and towards your midline. Might need to bring your knees a little to the left. Upper body right, you're trying to get your joints lined up. Sit your hips down and back. Squeeze your legs tight. Lift your chest, belly tight. Keep your strong point of focus. Eagle arm to airplane. Inhale, straighten your right leg. Body down, leg up. You can always touch your toes down if you need a little pause. Strong point of focus. Keep your core engaged, belly tight. Maybe lift your elbows a little bit as you drive your heel back. And then moving into warrior 3 or balancing stick. Point your toes. Stretch your spine apart, your traction in your spine. And then airplane pose, Devasana. Sweep your arms back, squeeze a little bit through the shoulder blades. Keep your belly tight, keep your point of focus. Inhale, come up, mountain pose. Exhale, arms to your side. Moving into more balancing, starting with standing head to knee pose. Shift your weight to your left leg. Make sure you've got your weight evenly distributed over your left foot. So you plug your big toe, pinky toe, inside and outside of your heel evenly onto your mat. Pick up your right leg, one-legged mountain pose. Now right away you might notice a little bit of wobbling. That's all those balance muscles really connecting. So it's okay to wobble a little bit. Try to feel the stacking of your bones, hip over knee or ankle. And then engage your quadriceps and inner thighs to maintain that alignment. Tighten your abdominal muscles, start to round forward. You want to interlace all 10 fingers 2 inches below your toes. And if you're not reaching the foot, even right here, you're getting the benefits by building concentration, building alignment in your standing leg. If you've got your foot, pull your toes back. If your standing leg is strong and supported, then slowly start to kick your right foot forward. Kick your hip forward, pull your toes back. So you're feeling flexion in your ankle. Stretch at the back of both legs. If you're balancing comfortably, then start to bend your elbows down. If your elbows go below your calf muscle, tuck your chin, round your spine, and put your forehead on your right knee. Slowly come out. Come back to your one-legged mountain pose. Standing bow pose. Bring your right foot back. Bring your right hand to the inside of your right ankle. Knees together, left arm up. Lift your chin, lift your chest, stretch up, and then start to charge forward as you kick up and back. Pull your butt. Standing bow pose. Your kick is what drives the posture. So you kick so hard, your spine bends like a top bow. Your left arm is your arrow. Shoot it forward, shoulder to chin. A little bit right hip down to level your hips. Bring your body down. Try to get your chest parallel to the floor. Keep kicking. If you feel like you're gonna fall, kicking harder will hold you in your pose. Chin up, stretch your left arm forward, kick up, kick back. Inhale, come up, mountain pose. And then open mouth, exhale. Let go of some of that heat you just built. And then shifting your weight to your right foot. And feel the weight evenly distributed across your right foot. Pick up your left leg, one-legged mountain pose. And feel the stacking of your bones. Then engaging your quadriceps and inner thighs. So you're maintaining that alignment. Your standing leg feels strong, like a lamppost. Tighten your abdominals as you round forward. Keeping your abdominals engaged to support your low spine. Keep your breath light to support your whole posture. So breathing normal in and out of your nose, even though the heart rate is lifting. Keep your focus, your attention in your right leg. If you have a lamp push right leg that's strong supported, then slowly kick forward. Now, often when we kick forward, our weight wants to shift towards the heel. So bring your weight forward towards your big toe. Keep that good alignment in your standing leg. Kick continuously until your two legs form this 90-degree angle. Both legs strong and bend your elbows. Keep kicking, feel the stretch up the back of both legs. Elbows below your calf muscle, then round your spine, and put your forehead on your left knee. Slowly change. Come back to your one-legged mountain pose. Standing bow pose. Bring your left foot back, grab to the inside of your ankle. Toes pointed, knees together. Right arm up. Chin up. Stretch up, and then charge forward, kick back. So don't think about body down. Really think about kicking back as you stretch forward. Try to take up more space in your rhythm. A little bit left hip down. You want us to swing up, and then slowly body down. As you bring your body down, you have more room to kick up. So creating a deep back bend. Kick back, so left shoulder behind your right shoulder. Shoulders in one line, creating a spine twist. Body down, chest parallel. Kick up, kick back. Inhale, come up, mountain pose. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, mountain pose. Belly tight. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Here's where things change. Exhale, plank position. Plant your palms. Step back into your plank pose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Engage your inner thighs. Engage your abdominals. If there's negative pressure in your spine, you can do this from your knees. You can also do this from your forearms. Make sure you're pressing your heels back, hamstrings engaged. Soft micro bend in your elbows so you're not locking into the joints. Belly button to spine, draw your tailbone down. Draw your gaze slightly forward, length to the back of your neck. Shoulders away from your ears. Draw your tailbone down. Press into the floor, puff up a little through the shoulders. Take one more deep inhale breath. And as you exhale, push your hips up and back, downward facing dog. First down dog, so walk it out a little bit. Find a set or spacing that feels good for your body. So you want your weight to feel even over both hands and feet. So if you feel really top heavy, you might need to bring your feet a little closer to your hands, or vice versa. So weight even over hands and feet. About hip width distance between your feet. Take a peek at your hands. They should be about shoulder width. And you want to turn your wrists slightly out, so index fingers point forward, and then relax your shoulders away from your ears. Lift your heels, bend your knees, lift your hips even higher, get more length in your spine, and then start to lower your heels. It's okay if they're a little lifted. Start to straighten your knees. It's okay if they're a little bent. Moving into Virabhadrasana, our warrior sequence. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Round your spine, high on your back toes, heel towards your hip. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. And then lightly step your right foot through into your low lunge. Pull that right foot forward if you need to, so your knee stacking over your ankle. Right hip back a little, left hip forward, scissoring your inner thighs towards each other. Then gaze slightly forward, lots of length to your neck, all the way down the back body. Inhale, warrior two. Adjust your stance if you need to, so you have weight even over both feet, and your right knee over your right ankle. Try to sit low. You want your right thigh eventually parallel to the floor. Shoulders over hips. Draw your tailbone down, and then squeeze your obliques, abdominals in and up. You're lengthening up as you sit your hips low. Turn your back toes in a little bit. Really press the edge of your foot firm to the mat. Inhale, sit low. Exhale, just tilt your arms. for traditional hot triangle or side angle pose. Elbow can go on top of your knee if you need some support. Look up and stretch up. Just a little bit, Deja. Bring your right shoulder slightly under and forward so you can rotate left shoulder back. Yes, nice. Lock your left knee, left foot flat to the mat. Gently guide your right knee back. Keep your knee stacking over your ankle. Left hip down. Hips forward underneath you, and now twist left shoulder, upper body back. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Reach up and look up. Left hand to the back of your thigh or reach around for a half round. Bend your right knee, stay low in your lunge. Lift your chest. Feel your rib cage opening, stretching up the right side body. Inhale, breathing. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, straighten your legs. Heels in, toes out, arms up, palms press. Exhale, sit into horse pose. Excuse me. Sit low and notice your hips. We want to go behind you, so bring your hips forward, stacking shoulders over hips. As you bring your hips forward, gently push your knees open. So external rotation of the hips, stretching through your inner thighs. Exhale, sit a little lower. Inhale, straighten your knees, arms out, toes in. Look forward and stretch forward and all the way down, standing separate legs, stretching pose. Now you can bring your hands to the floor first. Shift your weight toward your toes. Start with good alignment, so hips over knees over ankles. Once you have that alignment, maybe you reach for the sides of your feet or your heels. Now lift, contract your quadricep muscles, the front of your thighs, so the back of your thighs, your hamstrings can release. Feeling that deep stretch of the legs, and lift your hips, roll forward. Feel your hips, your mid-spine stretching. If you've got your grip on your heels, pull. Shoulders away from your ears, elbows to shins. Maybe touch your forehead to the floor between your feet. Now bring your arms out. Inhale, slowly rise up. Keep inhaling all the way up. Palms together, cross your thumbs. Pick up your toes. Pivot on your heels, turn to the right. So right toes point forward. Turn your back left toes in about a 45-degree angle. Twist your hips a couple times so hips are in one line. Stretch up and now tuck your chin, suck your belly in, round your spine, and put your forehead on your right knee. You can bend your right knee, forehead to knee connection. You can open your hands for balance. We're going to move into a revolved pyramid. So if you need a little shorter step, you can do so. And we're going to bring your right hand between your left arm and your right leg. You're going to reach back for your left calf muscle or ankle. Then your left hand is going to reach to the outside of your foot or ankle. And then slowly start to twist underneath. So your right shoulder on the inside of your right knee. And you're twisting, opening, maybe you can look up over your left shoulder. Shift a little bit more weight towards your right heel. Inhale, breathing, look up, twist up. Exhale, release your grip. Slowly come back, forehead towards your knee. Hands in prayer. Inhale, rise up. At the top, exhale, release your arms, interlace your fingers behind your back. Chest extension, lift your chin, your chest, look up, look back. Think about punching your fist down towards your left heel. And then toppling tree, shift your weight forward to your right foot. Bring your body down and your left leg up. Try to move again like you're a teeter-totter or a tree, one piece. When you're ready, release is a one-legged forward fold or standing splits. So hands to finger your foot. Look towards the back wall. It doesn't matter so much where this left leg is. You're trying to bring your stomach towards your right thigh. If you want to challenge your balance, you can grab for your ankle. Think about pulling the top of your head down towards your foot. Maybe grab your ankle with both hands. Inhale, breathing. Exhale, step back into your low lunge. Inhale, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a nice deep full inhale breath. Then open your mouth. With
moving to the left side. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Round your spine like an angry cat. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. And then lightly step through, low lunge. You adjust your stance. Left hip back, right hip forward. Lots of length down the back body. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, sit low into your lunge. Turn your right toes in a little bit. Press the edge of your foot firmly to the mat. More weight to your left heel and try to sit low, knee over ankle. And if you look down, you should be able to see your big toe knuckle. If not, you might need to guide your left knee back. An external rotation of the left hip. Right hip might swing forward in opposition, right shoulder back. Feel really broad here. Shoulders down, sit your hips down, and just tilt your arms. Side angle. Elbow to the inside of your knee. Reach down as you stretch up. Open your chest, your rib cage. Gently guide your left knee back. Open your hips, your pelvis. Hips forward. Draw your right hip down. Stretch up. Twist your upper body back. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Stay low in your lunge. Reach up and look up. So your rib cage fanning open on the left side. Sit low into your lunge. Lift your chest. Look up, maybe look back, reach back. Inhale, warrior two. Now straighten your left knee. Heels in, toes out, arms up, palms press. Exhale, sit into horse or goddess. So again, finding what position works for you. Hands can be Anjali Mudra, or you can have that goddess or arms out, squeezing a little bit through the shoulder blades. Good, Dave. If you can, little hips forward underneath of you. Yes. Nice, Lee. Inhale, straighten your knees. Bring your toes in, so feet parallel, arms out. Look forward, stretch forward and all the way down. Same separate legs stretching. Maybe you reach for your heels right away, shift your weight toward your toes. You're creating a stretch, coccyx to your heels, coccyx to the base of your skull. So think chest down towards the floor, get more length in the spine. So to bring your chest back, aim for your forehead to touch the floor between your toes. And release your grip, arms out. Inhale, slowly come up. Arms all the way up, palms press. Pick up your toes, pivot towards your left. Left toes point forward. Turn your right toes in that 45-degree angle. And always find to widen the base between your feet. So if you feel like you're kind of on a tightrope or you're overlapping, maybe just toe heel your left foot out towards the left a little bit more. This is going to give you a little more stability. Stretch up, tuck your chin, suck your belly in, round your spine. Standing separate leg to knee. Try to get that compression first before you move. Now moving into a revolved pyramid. Again, find to step that back foot in a little bit more if that feels better for you. And then bring your left arm inside of your ankle, between your hand. Reach back for your ankle or your calf muscle. Bring your right hand to the outside of your left foot or ankle. And then start to twist. Look back. Try to bring your left shoulder to the inside of your left knee. And maybe look up underneath your right shoulder. Shift a little bit more weight towards your left heel. Think about keeping your hips more in one line. Then feeling this cross-body, lateral, or cross-body stretch. Stretching and opening the right oblique, right side body. Inhale, breathing, maybe look up, twist and open. Exhale, release your grip, slowly come back, hands to either side of your toes. Hands in prayer, strengthen your legs and round up. Chin up last. Everyone feel good with that? Nice job. Exhale, release your arms behind your back. Interlace, maybe bring the opposite grip, other thumb on top, lift your gaze, look up, look back. Opening your throat, your chest, and then moving into toppling tree. Weight forward to your left foot, body down, lift your leg. Again, you can two-step it or pause, but try to make this as fluid as possible. Lift your arms up a little bit like counterbalance, And when you're ready, moving into your one-legged forward fold or standing splits. Hands to frame your foot, look back behind you. Stomach to thigh, chest towards your knee, forehead towards your shin. Maybe you grab for your ankle with left or both hands and pull the top of your head down towards your foot. Inhale, breathing, plant your palms. Exhale, step back, low lunge. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep full inhale breath. Open your mouth. Now, if you need a little break here for some water or a little rest, now is an excellent time to grab a sit, where you can rest in child's pose or hero pose. Now from here, we're going to move into Fujinbasana breath to movement. We won't do that entire series. So when you're ready, come back to your downward facing dog. Walk your dog a little if you need. And then moving breath to movement. Inhale, lift your right leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, and then lightly step through low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle or traditional hot triangle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel arms down, low lunge. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, and then step through low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, cartwheel arms down, low lunge. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time through. This time you have the option for moving into a balancing half movement. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Moving into our balancing half moon. Shift your weight forward to your right foot, pick up your left. And using your bottle or your block, you might feel again those little weeble wobbles. Once you've got your weight grounded, you're extending your left heel away from you, your left arm reaching up, maybe start to lift your fingertips up your block or your water. Inhale, breathing, step back lightly into your warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left side. Inhale, left leg lifts. Last time. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Moving into that balancing half moon. Shift your weight forward to your left foot. Lift your right leg. And using the block or the water bottle, find your balance. And then try to feather the fingertips up. Really press your right heel towards the upper corner of your wall or your ceiling. Reach your right arm up, so really active through the right arm and leg. Press your big toe ball down through the back. One more time, inhale. Exhale, step back, lightly warrior two. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, downward facing dog. Nice work, everyone. Deep full inhale breath. Open your mouth. Now bend your knees, lift your heels, look to the front of your mat, and then tiptoe, hop, or float to the front of your mat, forward fold. Little tuck to your chin. Slight bend in your knees and round up. Take your time. Chin up last. Moving into, we'll do a Vinyasa style tree today. So bring your right foot towards your ankle, so like the arch of your foot right at your ankle bone. Hands to Anjali Mudra or Namaskar. Now you can work that foot up so it's on your calf muscle, or you can bring it all the way up above your knee to your inner thigh. Just make sure your foot isn't on your knee. Draw your tailbone down as you stretch up. Right hip down, hips forward, right knee back. Move into another side body stretch. So inhale, arms up over your head first. And then right hand comes down. Reach your left arm up and do a little bit like a half moon in your tree pose. Then wiggling wobble is okay. Think about pressing the sole of your right foot to your inner thigh. Lengthen up through the left side waist. Reach up, maybe reach over. Beautiful, Haley. Slowly come back. Hands to Anjali Mudra and right foot down. Arms down, shift your weight to your right foot. Weight even over your foot. Inside, or your sole of your foot to the inside of your ankle, or your calf muscle, or all the way up to your inner thigh. Be mindful, one side might feel really different than the other, depending on what's going on in your knees or your hips. Draw your tailbone down, stretch up. Inhale, arms up. Find one point of focus, and then reach your left arm down, and reach your right arm up. Start to reach over towards the left, feeling the stretch on the right side body. We breathe into your right oblique. Inhale, come back. Arms down, leg down. One more sun angle. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, gentle back bend. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, crouch and curl. Moving to Malasana Yogi Squat, toe your feet out, about mat width distance, and then turn your toes slightly out in your heels. Sit your hips low, lift your chest, and move your hands to heart center. And the block is always there if you need it, right underneath your sit bones. Lift your chest, or stack shoulders over hips, and use your elbows to gently guide your knees open. Great compression for the hips, the knees, the ankles. So opening through the hips. And you can stay here. If you want to fly, we'll do a variation of crow. Hands to the floor, bend your elbows, put your knees on your triceps. Think of your triceps like a shelf. And then shift your weight forward. Try to bring elbows over your wrists. Contour your tippy toes and then lift your hips up, and your feet will just float up off the floor. Heels in, toes out in a frog variation of this crow. Gaze just slightly forward. Think about hips up as much as you can. Nice, Deja. And then when you're ready, slowly come back to Malasana Yogi Squat. Inhale, plant your palms. Exhale, step back, downward facing dog. Moving to the floor, inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, half pigeon. Bring your right knee towards your right wrist and your ankle towards your left wrist. Tuck your back toes, press your heel back, and then bring your knee down. You'll feel a little bit more stretch over that left hip flexor, and then untuck your toes. If this is a lot on your right knee, please use a block or flip over onto your back for a supine variation like figure 4. If you're comfortable here, you're working left hip down so your hips are in one line. And then slowly you can lower down into sleeping pigeon. Keep working your left hip down in line with your right hip. We tend to roll a little towards the right side. It moves us out of that big sensation in the left hip. I encourage you to lean into that sensation. So stretch across the front of your left hip flexor. Big compression to your right hip, stretching to the right hamstring, the IT band. Come back to your breath, especially if there's some big sensations in the body. Really focus on your exhale. Exhaling is very calming, good for our parasympathetic system. So the exhale just as important as the inhale. Been reading all about the brain and how important breath work is, body sensing. So it's amazing how we can change how we react to the world just by connecting to our breath. So when we're in situations that maybe are uncomfortable or even stressful, we have this great tool of our breath to help us stay connected, not move into fight or flight. Now slowly start to walk back up if you lower down. Press your palms down, tuck your left toes under, fire your left leg. Inhale, right leg lifts, three-legged dog. And then stack your hips and really think about right heel up towards the ceiling. Put more weight to your right hand. Feel that stretch of your right hip, the right side body. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg lifts, three-legged dog. Exhale, half pigeon on the left. One side or the other, make it feel different. So if you need a block or you need to flip over onto your back, do so. Your goal would be to have your left shin kind of parallel to the front of your mat, but depending on what's going on with your knee, it might be more back at an angle. Right hip down, and you can tuck your toes, extend your right heel back, and then untuck your toes. Right hip down, and you feel your hips are level. If you're comfortable here, you can lower it into sleeping pigeon. So on this side, I have a little bit of a, I wouldn't say strained, but kind of intense hamstring. So I really focus my breath on my hamstring, like right where it attaches to my sit bone. That's where I spend all of my focus, my breath. Kind of like healing vibes. Right hip down, body heavy, and then finding stillness. Once you find a point where you're at your edge, you're still able to breathe well. Staying still is when your body fully benefits. So gravity doing the rest of the work for you. That's the great thing about the yin style postures like this one, is you're not muscling your way into anything. You're finding the position you can hold, and then gravity does the work of opening. And if you feel like you are kind of muscling your way, that's when you might want to back off a little bit or find a block for support. Try to let the muscles soften so the joints are getting a little bit of stress. When you stress the joints, they produce more hyaluronic acid, which is collagen boosting, which we all need for healthy joints. Now if you lower down, walk back up to your hands. Tuck your right toes under, fire your right leg. Inhale, the left leg lifts, three-legged dog, and then stack your hips. Press your heel up towards the ceiling. Press your left hand down for that stretch along the left side body. And then exhale, come back to your downward facing dog. Inhale, pivot forward to your plank position. Belly button to spine. Draw your tailbone down and then shift forward. So your wrists, your shoulders can be in front of your wrist and then lower all the way down. Moving into Fujinbasana Pose. Hands right under your shoulders, elbows point up. Squeeze your inner thighs, toes and heels touch, strong in the body. Exhale first.
Inhale, lift up. So coming up until just your belly button is touching your mat. Squeeze your inner thighs. Bring your chest forward. Stretch your elbows down toward your hips. Press your feet down, legs down, lift your chest. Exhale, lower, touch your chin. Turn your head to the right. Arms down, palms up. Next, bound locust. Bring your legs together, zip them up. Interlace your fingers behind your back, palms press. Exhale first. As you inhale, start to punch your fist back and lift your chin and chest off the mat. Squeeze your inner thighs, engage your hamstrings, lift your legs up. Big chest forward, legs back. Squeeze your inner thighs, engage your hamstrings, engage your mid spine. Try to lift another rib off the mat. Exhale, lower, touch your chin, turn your head to the left. Next, we'll move into bow pose. Chin forward. Bend your knees, grab your feet just beneath your toes, where your shoelaces would be. Keep 6 inches between knees and feet. Draw your hips down, relax your shoulders. Exhale your breath. Inhale, kick up and kick back. Kicking continuously your knees, maybe your thighs are lifting off your mat. Look forward, maybe look up, squeeze your inner thighs. Kick up, kick back, let your shoulders open up. Look up and kick up. Exhale, lower. Make a little pillow with your hands and just rest your forehead on your hands. Maybe give a little shape to your hips in this like crocodile pose. Now hands under your shoulders, push yourself up, come to the front of your mat, fixed firm pose. Knees and feet together, sit on your heels, and then separate your feet so your heels hug your hips and your hips now are on the floor. Find to open your knees if you've got any knee stuff you're working with. If your hips are on the floor, hands to feet, and go back to your elbows. Now you can stop here or you can stay upright. You can let your head go back. If the top of your head touches the mat, then bring the back of your head to the mat. If your shoulders touch the mat, arms up, grab for your elbows. Pull your elbows down and back, tuck your chin down towards your chest. Lift your chest, your abdomen away from the floor. Draw your knees down and slightly in towards each other. Hands to feet, use your elbows, slowly come back up. Once you're upright, press back into a brief downward facing dog. Let the blood rush back into your hips, your knees, your ankles. Then bend your knees, sit down at the back of your mat. Half torus pose. Squeeze your inner thighs. Inhale, arms up, palms pressed, glue your biceps to ears. Inhale, stretch up, belly tight, stretch forward from your lower spine. Try to keep hips to heels. Spine straight, and maybe your forehead touches before your hands. Chin away from your chest, your neck is long. Draw your hips down and back towards your heels. Stretch your arms forward in opposition, traction in your spine, opening through your shoulder girdle, stretching the lowest lobes of your lungs. Head below your heart, so you get a lot of fresh blood to your breath. Exhale, squeeze your inner thighs, belly tight. Inhale, stretch your arms forward, and then lift your arms up. Hips on your heels, spine straight if possible. Exhale, arms to your side. Moving into our camel pose. Stand up on your knees. You want about 6 inches or hip width distance between your knees and feet. Hands to your low spine. Fingers face down. I'm trying to do this with that mic thing on my back. It's difficult. Lift your chest up and relax your back. Come back about halfway, making sure your hips are still stacked over your knees.
Let your head be heavy. Squeeze your elbows closer together for more opening across your rib cage and chest. Now you can stay here. If you want more, then you reach for your heels. Thumbs outside, fingers in. Stay lifted through your chest. So you want this even, full extension in your spine. Chest up, hips forward. Breathe well. And then slowly hand back to your hips. Your low spine come up. And then sit down into hero's pose just for a moment or two. You can lower the gaze or close your eyes. Notice the heart might be pumping. You can probably hear the blood in your ears. Big opening for the front body. Changing the circulation rate. If you close your eyes, keep them open, moving into rabbit pose, Salutation. Reach for your heels, thumbs outside, fingers inside. Tuck your chin, suck your belly, and round your spine. You want your forehead to touch your knees, top of your head on the floor. Pull on your heels, lift your hips, roll over. If there's a gap between your forehead and your knees, then walk your knees up once or twice, short or eliminate the gap, call it good. Keep rolling forward till your elbows lock. Once they do, pull harder on your heels. Get more weight out of your neck. Lift your shoulders up. Squeeze your heels together, pull hard. Keep pulling on your heels, slowly round back up. Take your time, chin up last. Now roll your hips to one side. You're going to move into a straddle position. So I like to turn on my side so that my heels are kind of supported by the mat. So bring your legs out just as wide as comfortable for you. You might bring your hands behind you, just move your hips slightly forward. And then inhale, left arm up. Bring your right arm to the inside of your right calf muscle. And then you're just going to do a subtle side body stretch. And you might reach up and over. You might have the range of motion to even grab your toes. But if you do that and your left hip lifts, come up a little bit. Really press your left hip down. So both sit bones level. And then you look up. Maybe you twist your left shoulder open. Your right shoulder slightly under. Left shoulder up and back. Left hip down. Feel that stretch up the left side. Inhale, come back up through center. Switch your arms. Reach your right arm up. And then reach up and over towards your left. So that inside your left hand can go to the inside to give you a little support inside of your calf muscle. You can lower down to your forearm. Right hip down, so both sit bones level. Lift up, lengthen up first, and then maybe reach up and over. Left shoulder slightly under and forward, rotate right shoulder open. Open your chest towards the ceiling. Inhale, breathing. Steady for the exhale. Inhale, come back up, both arms up. And then moving into straddle or dragonfly or pigeon. You can start with your hands on the floor out in front of you and use them like little supports to support you. And once you feel comfortable here, maybe you start to walk your hands forward. Maybe you can come down to your forearms. Find whatever position works best for you. If you're staying upright here and this feels like a lot, that's exactly where you need to be there. So big stretch to your inner thighs. Great for your low spine. You can stretch through the hips. Then slowly come back up. Just bend your knees slightly. Use your hands as you're closing the book. Bring your legs together. And then lie on your back. Move into a final, move into a final Opening to the right hip. When removing pose, bend your right knee, tight grip, just pull your knee on your shin, and then pull your knee to the right and down towards your shoulder. Keep your elbows in, tuck your chin down so your neck relaxes on the mat. Pull your right knee down towards your right shoulder. Big compression in the right hip. Breathe here to adjust the system. And then moving into supine twist, use your left hand across your knee and then pull your knee over to the left. Keep your right shoulder on the mat. You can extend your right arm out. You can turn to look right if your neck allows. And if this is too much, you can bend both knees and stack your knees for a little more gentle twist. Feel free to close your eyes if you like. Heavy. Slowly come back. Pull your right knee down towards your right shoulder, then right leg long, bend your left knee. Interlace a tight grip. Pull your knee slightly to your left, down toward your shoulder. Make sure your thigh slides off the rib cage. So you're not compressing the lungs, you're looking at compressing the left hip. The descending pulling and compression here. Look down, pull your knee down. And then supine twist. Use your right hand, pull your left knee over towards your right. Keep your left shoulder on the mat. Turn to look left if that feels okay on your neck. Close your eyes if you like. You can bend both knees and stack your knees if that feels better in your continuous spine. Slowly come back. Pull your left knee down. And then bend both knees. Grab for your elbows. Get small, compact. Chin down, shoulders down, knees down, hips down. So eventually the whole length of your spine flat to the mat. Look down and pull. One more inhale. Exhale, release into your final Savasana. Arms and legs long. Let your toes fall open, let your fingers curl in. Close your eyes if you're comfortable with that. And for the next minute or two, just focus on the breath. So you inhale, you're pulling in pure energy, like it's white light. Each exhale, you're letting go of anything that doesn't serve you, like it's exhaust or smoke. Let it go. So with exhales, each exhale, try to feel a little bit heavier, more relaxed. You worked really hard to get to this point. So stay here as long as you like. Enjoy this final Savasana. When you do get up, try not to lose the sense of well-being, of what you're feeling right now. Try to take it with you out in the world. Share it with the people that you love. I love you all so very much. I'm so happy you were able to join me today. And I so look forward to seeing you in the studio very soon. I will mute myself, keep it open, the meeting open. If you do have any questions, feel free to use the chat. Thanks for your energy, your love.